Hi, good afternoon, well, good evening, good night. Welcome to Ocean Yemi's channel. I think I got a hint from. It's so strange because I just was on the channel and they're talking about inner child, and it's like when it's a confirmation that okay, this is the time to do it. So I am just gonna go off my dome. I'm not even gonna write nothing down. So if it's inaccurate, I'm sorry, but this is how I'm gonna do it. Right. Your inner child. Your inner child is when you become when you the adult have a either some people's had different experiences in their childhood, so therefore they have a child that haven't dealt with, that haven't played, haven't enjoyed, haven't built bricks, haven't done a lot of things, and um, the inner child in most adults come out in different ways. Some adults have a playful side. Some adults can go back to being children just for a little bit. Um, right, there is exercises that comes with this, which I do remember writing down. Right. So first, you have to acknowledge that inner child that's in you first and foremost, because that's all part of it. Because once you acknowledge the inner child, you have to be able to talk to that inner child that's um, part of you. That's part of you. So you have to be able to deal with that inner child, because you have to play. Sometimes it's not physical play. Some people like painting. Painting is quite another way to embrace that little child. You have to write a letter to the inner child. You know, there's a lot. Hold on a minute. Yeah, you play with the inner child. You have to acknowledge your inner child. This is all lessons, that we as adults don't do. I watch cartoons. I ain't gonna lie. I like watching cartoons. Like certain cartoons I would watch. Like there is also remember Avatar. Sometimes you watch things like Shira. Remember, you go back to your own childhood. That's how you can embrace your inner child. There's different ways of doing it. You can talk to your inner child. You could just sit down and talk to yourself, your inner child. But it's just a way of how to connect to your inner child. Some people can sit down, you meditate, you imagine that child in front of you. You tell the child, I'm sorry for what you went through. If you've been through loads of traumas, you have to be able to connect. Some people actually do stay children, but sometimes they do grow up, you know. At a certain time they do grow up. It's just finding the balance. So you have to connect with your inner child. You have to acknowledge your inner child, right? You have to talk to the inner child. Um, if you as a child went through certain traumas, hi Peanut, if you as a child went through certain traumas, right, you have to face the child has to know that it wasn't their fault, or certain things. You have to deal with what that child went through. Some people find playing, when you play with your children, you can literally take yourself back to being a child. If you have real young ones, tea parties. Like I think on Instagram, there's a picture of a father where he's sitting down and he's playing tea parties with his daughter. You know, and it's just not everybody connects with their children, but you don't realize you're connecting with your child self while playing with your children. Like even when you're singing nursery rhymes and you do it, you don't even realize, Baby Shark or something. You don't realize you're doing it. Well, you're just automatically connecting. So every adult in has this in them already. But like I said, that I wasn't gonna do the live today. Just so happened I was on somebody's channel and they're talking about the inner child, the creative inner child, dealing with YouTube, because if they have that creativeness in them, right, as a child, that they paint, they do certain things, they connect. You know, when you're doing jigsaw, doing crosswords, get my words in there, crosswords, that's all connection. You're just doing it. You're just connecting with your inner child. When you're dancing around the front, remember when the parents used to go out and you had to clean the house and you played music and you made up a lot of noise? You know, right? Sometimes you have to do that. You have to literally go back to that setting, you know, or when you're in the kitchen, you're singing. You know, it's just little things, but this is all connection. Just people just don't want to do it. Some adults just feel, oh, you're childish. You're watching cartoons. No, if you're watching cartoons, some people have to go back to them places, have to go back to memories. They have to tap into the memories. So, basically, what I'm saying is, yes, some right, you have to go make that time and tap back to that inner child. You know, acknowledge the child, hug yourself, you know, even if you sit down with your sisters, brothers, whatever, oh, remember when we used to do block, 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 we used to do this, we used to do that. That's all helping you, you know, but you don't realize it at the time. I mean, I only realized it, like I said, on one of the chats. I never used to play with my children, you know. It took me a little while to play with my children. I think coming to the third one, that's when I started playing with my children. I didn't used to play with my children. And then it's amazing because when you're older and you have a younger one, you're just so different. You play different. You deal with them differently. So you have to tap into that side of you. So every adult has it. And people needs to not be judging people. Sometimes, right, you have to just be the child. Sit down, draw, scribble, do whatever, play with dough, whatever. You know what I mean? It's nothing hard. I mean, um, even reading certain books, like with children, grandchildren. I haven't got grandchildren yet, but I bet you if I had grandchildren, I'd be different with them. I'd be so different. I'd be so playful with them because I'm doing it with this one now, than my last one. So sometimes I don't always play with her, right? I do find it difficult. I'm not gonna make it like I play with her all the time like that. But when I'm ready, I will sit and play with her, you know. Sometimes my children will be playing with her. I just watch how they do it, you know. You learn. So so like I was saying, it's not I'm not here to preach at nobody. I'm just saying, yeah, just tap into your inner child, right? Go play, you know, just do that. You know, do a jigsaw, you know, just do little things. It's not hard. It is really not hard, honestly. I mean, at first it is hard. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It takes a bit of time, you know. I mean, I'm quite creative on the other side. I would rather be painting walls on stuff, you know. Yeah, it's amazing connection people with the grandchildren. You are so correct. Even though I don't have grandchildren. Yeah, exactly, Peanut. It is amazing. It is. That's the part I'm looking forward to. You know, I was looking forward to that when I got pregnant myself. I really wanted to be a grandmother, but my ones are quite, they're just in their young, they're still in their 20s, early 20 part. So they're not even, I don't, right. So, well, I can't even explain it. My youngest one is only 3. So she's like my, I could say, I think, well, I can't say I gave birth to my grandchild, can I? But yeah, it's like having a grandchild that is mine. But it's interesting because everybody, when they saw me pushing her buggy, they thought she was my grandchild. Funny enough, so it's like I'm getting the practice in already. So when I do have grandchildren, it'd be interesting to see, because you are really different. You're so different compared to when you're with your children, and it's, you know, you just right, you're just like, I really think that how right it wakes up the inner child in you. I really do. I really think that's what happens when people have grandchildren, and that's why they spoil their grandchildren rotten, and they don't do the stuff what they used to do with their children. Then their children be telling you, "Oh, but you didn't used to do that with me," and they sit down and they play like he's nothing. He's like they joke with him differently. I watched Indigo Blue. I don't know whether it's her grandchild that kept coming in. Someone kept coming in. I think it's her grandchild. Her grandchild kept coming in, and she kept switching up her talk. Oh no, save me! I was like, wow. I was, I was like, wow, look at this woman. She's like, oh no, save me! I was like, wow, look at her. She was really playing. She was so playful with the child, and also with her audience that was watching her. She was just playful. It was just automatic. She didn't even think about it. She didn't say sorry, excuse me. She just continued playing with the child in like words, like, and I think Fundi Fee does it with her son sometimes. She does certain little things, little signals with her son. Like there's like they have a secret signal between them. It's really quite interesting to watch. I don't know if you've seen that, Peanut. Fundi would do some funny hand gestures to her son, and her son would say something, and I'm like, wow, look at this. It's just it's just interesting. So I think every adult, no matter how big you are, how old you are, right, you come down to a level of as a child because what it says in the Bible, once a man, twice a child, or something like that. So it's quite interesting to watch. I just find it quite interesting. I really do because I didn't have that connection with my peoples. So it's quite interesting to see that play out on screen. So so yeah, definitely. Everybody need to go to Sorry, I'm getting my words around the wrong way. Yeah, you need to go to Fundi Fee, definitely Peanut Nola, and Indigo Blues. You just see it all this play out. It's just so interesting. You know, even when she's joking, it's like Fundi Fee. When she jokes, she really turns into a little teenager. It's like, where's this teenager come from? She goes from being a big woman to a teenager, and she will come up with some things, and you'll think, and she just literally have you in stitches. Like you're laughing, you're thinking, wow, she makes you feel like a teenager just watching her. You know, it's so beautiful. There's so many people who brings out things out of people on the YouTube. It's just interesting. You know, forget all the drama shit, but it's just that's just that little thing, you know, that little spark, and you're just like you're in tears, you're crying, you're laughing, you're like wow. And I think when Fundi reaches that emotional thing, is when something really passionate, really like when she gets really passionate about something, she cries, and it's like you just want to go in the scream and hug her. You just want to really go and hug her. But Indigo, yeah, Indigo have her little her little thing too, her little special unique way too. You know, she also taps into her little childish little things too, and there's nothing wrong with it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. If you want to listen to music on your channel, hell, listen to your music, man. If you want to show yourself listening to music, yeah, do it, because you know what, right, it's like we go back to the 90s, we start remembering all the music, the dancing, you know. I mean, I was a bit late on certain things, but yeah, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just waiting for the grandchild right now. You know, I'm waiting for the grandchildren. You know, I'm just looking forward to that side of things. I think I'm going to enjoy it. Um, I can't really wait. I mean, this one is only 3. She's like my little baby. I keep babying her. It's really not. I'm really bad. I baby her a lot, but I'm not ashamed to say it. So yeah, I think it was a sign from as you say, Peanut Nola, the Most High, to talk about this in a child. So I'm glad I've done the video now. I mean, I was a bit nervous. Normally I write things down, but sometimes it's not always good to write things down because you start sounding like a little robot. But yeah, so yeah. So with that said, You know I'm running, right? Right, yeah. Well, it's nice to see you, Peanut Nola. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Definitely thank you for coming. Hopefully I will do more lives again. Hopefully I'll do it to time where I can see people. I've got to start inviting people. I don't even know how to do all that things. But yeah, this is what I really want to talk about, the inner child. And I think the channel where I was just a while ago, I think he confirmed it. So I'm here talk about inner child. So I know I always do short and sweet and I run off. I normally run off before anybody else clocks me, but like you caught me. So um yeah, so I am so yeah, thank you, Peanut, for reaching. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, I like your channel too, it's very educational. Um I was I really like the guy that came on with the thing with the the thing for the water. That was quite interesting. So yeah, yeah. So please, everybody, subscribe to Peanut Nola. He's on it. He's really on it, and he don't play neither. He don't play. He don't play with his words. So just be open and just come and subscribe to Peanut Nola's channel. And yeah, there's others that I've already put in my channels of information at the bottom. So just take a look and then subscribe to them, because there's a lot of people on here with information. It's not all about beefing and drama and all that. So you know what I mean? So yeah. So with that said, right, I'm gonna take my leave now. So please comment, like, do all that good stuff, and let's keep connecting really. So hopefully whatever comes to my head, I will just bring it to the forum, you know what I mean? So yeah. So yeah, so later, Peanut. So yeah, just DM me when you're gonna do the thing, yeah. So yeah. So with that said, I am running, right? I am really running. I'm doing a nature boy, I'm running. I am running. So yeah, so I was gonna see what else the thing can do, the thing on the chat can do, but I'll do that another time. But yeah, but thank you for coming, Peanut. Thank you. Take care. Bye.